So Norton LifeLock is in a little bit of hot water after bundling a hard to delete crypto mining tool into its antivirus software. Now, the miner launched in June, but users are now concerned due to a few different reasons. So some of the reasons they've cited are energy consumption associated with Ethereum mining, the 15% fee that Norton skims off the top, and because they can't delete it. So Norton issued a statement saying that Norton Crypto is an opt-in feature only and is not enabled without user permission. They added, if users have turned on Norton Crypto but no longer wish to use the feature, it can be disabled through Norton 360. Now, Naomi, I'm going to pass this on to you because just off the top, just reading a few of the articles that came out this morning, it seems like it was very difficult for users to understand how to delete this software. And even Norton issuing the statement saying, it's really easy to disable through Norton 360. How are users supposed to get that information? I imagine it was really unclear, and I imagine that it was unclear for a reason. So what did you take away from the story when you read it?
Well, there's a fantastic video from John McAfee, may you rest in peace, where he says how to uninstall McAfee software. And it's basically him getting like a sledgehammer and then just like attacking this machine because it's so notoriously difficult to get rid of antivirus software in general. A lot of people just consider it malware, and it's pretty much redundant these days when you have so many built-in antivirus protections on Windows, Mac computers. Linux has their own protection mechanisms. So, that's a whole can of worms in itself we can dive into. But there's so much that I'm unhappy about with this. Mm-hmm. Not only is this stuff difficult to delete, so they're just installing this stuff on your computer and not telling you about it, which you should be aware that antivirus software does a lot of that. These things are very complex and very opaque and could be doing all kinds of things. And really, you're relying mainly on reputation system for a lot of them, unless it's open source, and there are very few open source ones out there. So just keep that in mind if you think that antivirus is going to help you. It may not. The thing that most gets me is that they're going to be taking, what is it, like a 15% cut off the top of anything mined. They're phrasing it as, this is a way for you to earn extra cash from your idle graphics card, as if your graphics card is just running nonstop anyway, and this is a way to put that to good use and not have that energy be wasted. It's like, no, your graphics card isn't running at full power all the time. It is sitting idle, which means it's not consuming energy. And I fear that people are going to get into this thinking like, I could be making money from this, from my idle graphics card, just by retargeting that energy. It's like, no, the reason people don't do this is because it's tremendously, it takes a huge amount of electricity to run these things. The profit margins are like almost zero in almost every single coin. There are a few coins out there where you could potentially make some money. If you use your graphics card and use something like NiceHash, they actually use algorithms where they will divert your hash rate to particular coins according to how the market is doing at the time, so you can be as profitable as possible. Norton is not doing that. They're going to be directing this towards Ethereum, and you don't want to be mining Ethereum on your graphics card. They have like very high powered ASICs that are doing this. So what Norton's essentially saying is, we're going to be taking a cut off the top of this. We're taking a cut off the gross, not the net. Your net profit is going to be zero because you're mining, your electricity costs are going to go through the roof. Meanwhile, we're going to be making a ton of money on this. Now, sure, they say that it's opt-in, it's all volitional. That's fine, but I don't see the education there. And it brings us back to education, which has kind of been a theme of this week. We haven't seen Norton educate anyone about the astronomical energy costs associated with this, about the astronomically slim and even non-existent profit margins that are in crypto mining. And until they do, I think they're going to dupe a ton of people who are going to be thinking that they're making money because all they're seeing is the ether come into their wallet, which is all controlled by Norton, keep in mind. And they're not going to be like factoring in that, at the same time, all of my electricity costs just went through the roof. So I think people should take a deep breath, step back, and really dig into this before they go enabling this software. But Zach, I'm going to throw to you.
I'm going to bounce pass it right to Jen. Wait, Jen.
Oh, well, Naomi actually said what I was going to say. I was going to add that Norton maintains full control of the wallet as well. And so I just wanted to kind of reiterate that education point. Every time we go full screen, Naomi, I feel your pain. I get a little bit flustered. It is like a little bit, a little bit crazy. But yeah, I 100% agree with you, Naomi. Education is needed. And I think that this was a little bit sneaky, but Zach, I don't know if you have any final thoughts before we move on to the next segment.
No, I got no thoughts. I think Naomi was like very comprehensive on that one. So
it really was
+1 on that.
I mean, the only thing I will add to all of this is you should dig into antivirus software in general. A lot of it is snake oil, and you will be surprised to find out, I think the figure is about 85% of the stuff in Play Store is actually malware. So there is a ton of dodgy stuff going on with this antivirus software, which basically gives your computer, God mode control, sees everything on your device. Sometimes companies are analyzing things in real time, meaning that they're seeing even encrypted internet traffic that's going in and out of your computer. They're doing that in order to find new threats in real time. Just be really aware of what you're downloading before you buy into antivirus hype. For most people, I think that the inbuilt defense systems of your computers are probably adequate. And if you're worried, you should be using a different system like Tails or Cubes, something that maximizes security on a computer, if that is something that worries you.